get stuff going in. Man, Cedar Park, what's going in, my boy? How you feeling, man? Hey, I see you been going live and things, bro. I have not been able to get to your live because you either doing it too late or you doing it while I'm at work. But I'm gonna try my best to drop in on one of yours, bro. I'm gonna try my best. Appreciate each and every last one of y'all being here. Y'all know how it go. I'm gonna try my best to get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I gotta make sure that everybody get their chance to be in here. Let me drop this down real quick, and we gonna send it out. So y'all know how this go, man. Y'all know how this go. What's going on with each and every last one of y'all, though, man? Hold on, y'all already know I gotta drop the Bluetooth. Hold on, y'all don't know I gotta drop the Bluetooth. Hold on, y'all don't. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I know it got a little echo. It will go away. All right, go ahead and let's send this out to everybody. Get everybody up in here. Y'all know how we do it, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all being in here. What's going on though? What's the word with everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all ready for this NBA playoffs, man? Because that's exactly what it is right now. We got the NBA playoffs starting tomorrow with the play-in tournament. Then we turn around and we got some MLB going on. MLB is starting to get cracking now. You know, the regular guys starting to hit home runs, the stuff that we want to see. So, good luck to y'all that's out there trying to make this money. We got a lot to actually try to discuss, man. I just appreciate each and every last one of y'all that do be in here with us. Try my best to get. Okay, yeah, sent out to them. Everybody should know about it now, but appreciate y'all now. We also gonna talk a little bit about we're gonna try our best to talk a little bit about the Chicago Bears. Yo, guy, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hey man. I tried to join your live early. I don't know what happened. I seen that you was live. I tried to join, but it kept cutting off. Yo, my brother's boy, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you coming, bro? Still over there looking like ESTG. Appreciate that love. Man, I thought you said they was gonna announce. Man, look. So I had got the news that they was gonna announce it. That's well, no, no. Let me. I had got the news that they were gonna give us news, and it was supposed to be about what's going on, but they didn't drop it. Like I was sitting there saying the same thing, like, hey, what we supposed to be getting news about this stadium. They didn't even drop it, man. They came out, like I said though, they said it was gonna be news. It was like, man, we got some news for y'all. We think everybody gonna like it, this and that, and this and that. Of course, we wanted it to be. I wanted it to be about the stadium. I said it was about the stadium, and then I realized that a little bit later, it was like it was just news. They never said what type of news. It was just news. So that definitely was on my part right there. So I appreciate you calling me on that. But they definitely was like, oh yeah, we got news for you. We got news for everybody. That's how they dropped it. Oh, we got news for everybody. So, but we got other stuff that we could go about real quick. Uh, I am like trying my best to make sure that it is popping up. It was just working a few minutes ago. I don't know what's going on right now. So I'm gonna have to go back to the sources and do it that way. Like this, I tried to make it where my background would pop up to be the news, but Not doing that. So I definitely wanted it to be whatever we wanted to talk about, which I'm trying my best to get the NBA bracket up. I wanted the bracket to be my background. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. Wanted the bracket to be my background. All right. So as I'm setting this up though, man, you know what's up? What's going on though, man? They still ain't came out with it. I know that they did have on there talking about sometime in the end of May, or it was something like that. End of April, beginning of May. They wanted to talk about it, things like that. So man, look, they need to come on because they messing around. But honestly, at this point, I don't even care where they go. Like that's how crazy it is. It's too much going on into that. So now I'm just like, man, it's whatever. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna have to bring it up like this because the way that I wanted to do it is not coming up. Damn, y'all can't even see it that way. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. I don't know why I can see it on my end. Y'all can't see it on y'all end. All right, there we go. We'll leave it like that. All right, so let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. We have the NBA bracket going on. And this is crazy, man. Hopefully everybody's seeing it. If you over on the red tube, y'all know what that is. Please come and join us over on TikTok. This is where we live at. So yeah, I'm pumped for the playoffs. Jake, you got 50 on the Lakers to what? Go all the way? I hope that's what you're saying. To go all the way. Cause you trying to do 50 on the Lakers against the Rockets. It sounds good. Oh, just past the Rockets. It sounds good, but on the way, all the way, that's where the money was at. That's definitely where the money was at, though. But as y'all see it here, man, number one seed Thunder will be playing the to be determined, and the to be determined is simply because of the fact which they don't even have it up. We got the play-in tournament for the number 8 seed. Uh, even that, like honestly, I don't even know how to call this right now. Number one versus number 8, which I believe the number 8 seed would end up being for the West. I gotta go with the Clippers on that. I think the Clippers could turn around and take that last spot. They gotta play the Clippers have to play Golden State, and the Suns and Portland have to play each other. And then the loser of the Suns and Portland game will play the winner of the LA Clippers and the Golden State game. I don't see Golden State winning that game. I see LA Clippers winning that. And then, we talked about Phoenix and we talked about Portland. Portland, it would be nice. I ain't even gonna lie. I hope Portland beat Phoenix so that way they can go ahead and have the number 7 seed and they can go ahead and be in it. And then I need LA Clippers to take out Phoenix Suns. Because Phoenix Suns is just not that for me though. All right, bro. All right, I appreciate you stopping by though. But what you think, 30? Do you think the LA Clippers can beat out the Warriors and then turn around and beat out the losers of Portland Trailblazers, Phoenix Suns? Or am I just wishing on a hope and a dream, man? Also on this bracket, which I'm gonna bring up I will bring up the standings. Y'all just give me a second on that. But also on this bracket, man, we got the Lakers versus the Rockets, the Nuggets versus Timberwolves, And the Spurs versus, like I said, either the Suns or the Trailblazers. I want the Trailblazers to win only because I think that'll be a better game against the Spurs. And hopefully, Dame Dollar able to come back in the playoffs sometime in the playoffs before the series is over with. That'd be nice to sit there and watch that game and things. Then if you move over to the East, number one Detroit Pistons will be playing the number 8 seed, which will be between the 76ers and the Magic possibly, and then all as well, whoever lose that game, excuse me, whoever lose that game will have to play the winners of the Miami Heat Charlotte game, the Charlotte Hornets. Excuse me. Don't worry, I'm not sick or anything like that. Y'all should already know we just got over it. But yeah, that game right there, y'all already know Miami. They always in the playoffs. They end up beating the team that's ahead of them or maybe one behind them and things like that. But I believe, what was it, the last 3 years or whatever amount of years that it was always the Chicago Bulls that they was beating to move on. I believe they'll beat Charlotte. I believe they'll beat Charlotte on that one. And then they'll be facing the losers of Orlando and the 76ers. 76ers seem like they pretty decent right now. Joel Embiid possibly will be playing. They have him as questionable. So we don't know how that'll end up, but I feel that Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, they should be able to handle Orlando Magic. As far as Orlando Magic versus either Charlotte or Miami, which I believe is going to be Miami. So Orlando Magic versus Miami, that will be the game to watch. And that'll be for the 8th seed. That 8th seed will be playing Detroit Pistons. If it was me picking it, like if I could set it up, I would set it up Pistons versus Orlando, simply because it's young. It's a young team versus young team. Uh, a little inexperienced versus another inexperienced team, or unexperienced team versus another unexperienced team. So when you look at it like that, it's like, all right, let those two run against each other. Then you're gonna have the number 4 seed versus number 5 seed Cavaliers, number 3 seed versus number 6 seed New York Knicks, and then you have the number 2 seed, which will be between Orlando and 76 is the winner of that one. Oh, I'm sorry. The Pistons is the 8th, which, like I said, I would like the Pistons to face Orlando, which I say Orlando will lose to the 76ers and turn around and beat Miami Heat. That's what I would like. Not saying that's what's going to happen. That's what I would like, though. What y'all feel on it? What y'all take on it, man? 30, man. Your big head. I forgot. I can't even talk about people over here on TikTok, man. What up, though? My brother's boy. What up, man? What you feel about this NBA playoffs, man? That's how I'm rocking with it, though. That's how I got it. That's how I like it. Exactly how I just called it. That's how I like it. What y'all think about it, though? The Bears, welcome in. The Bears, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? Drop this in here real quick. Like I said, I was gonna show the standings. Let's get that in here. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all see it right there, man. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. I'm thinking I'm tweaking. I think I did that. Well, the other time I did it the wrong way. Let's extend this out. Go all the way down. So that way y'all can see everything, man. If I move it over, oh yeah, if I move it over, y'all still can see. Let's move it over. There we go. All right, so what y'all think? What y'all think? Here is the rundown as far as the standings right now: Detroit, Boston, New York Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers, Toronto Raptors, Atlanta Hawks. All of these guys are safe. They 1 through 6. You got Philly, 76ers, Orlando Magic. You got Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat. So these guys will be in the play-in tournament for the East. Go down here. Let's get down here to this West. You got OKC, San Antonio, uh, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers, Houston Rockets, and Minnesota Timberwolves. Those are your top guys that are already locked into a playoff spot. 7 through 10, you have Phoenix Suns, Portland Trailblazers, LA Clippers, and Golden State Warriors. So yeah, that kind of goes into tension with the play in right there. So that way y'all can see how it is, how they got it set up right now as far as all right, the standings go, how these guys got who and what and things like that. Individuals who don't know basketball like that. But yeah, so I got that going in just like that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I like how that is. Yo, GG with the live TikToks. Appreciate that. Hey, you really giving another one. Appreciate that love. Appreciate that love. Hey, make sure that you do that daily check in. If you have already done it, definitely appreciate you. But we want to make sure that this is shared out. The FYP, let's get that out there. Let's get us out there to the algorithm. Likes, y'all already know how it go. We need the likes. We need the go pop list. We need to get it busting that way. So I appreciate you sharing it live. Appreciate you completing the goal and everything, sending that out. My boy David, what's going on? David, how you feeling? Yeah, let's get it out there like that, man. We got the we got the playoffs going on right here. NBA playoffs. This is how it's looking like. Detroit at number one, Boston at number two, New York Knicks at number three, Cleveland at number four, Toronto at number five, and Atlanta at number six. Then you have Philly 76ers, Orlando Magic, Charlotte Hornets, and Miami Heat playing in the Eastern Conference play-in. The winner of the Philly 76ers game will be the number 7 seed. Of course, they'll be facing Boston. And the winner of the Charlotte Hornets Miami will be playing against the loser of the Philly 76ers Orlando Magic game. And that'll be the winner of the game will end up being number 8 seed, will be facing Detroit. Man, oh man. Hey, what's going on with you, David? How you feeling, man? See if we can get this popped up there as well. Gotta move it over a little bit. I see. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. So this is the times and the dates of each game. Tuesday, April 14th, which is tomorrow, we will have the Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Hornets, which that is 9 and 10. That game is at 6:30 p.m. This is Central Time. And then, of course, we got Portland Trailblazers doing good. Hey, man, I'm blessed. That's all that I can say, brother. I'm blessed. Appreciate you for asking that, man. Everything is going good. Like I was telling a guy, he was in here earlier. We were supposed to get news of the Chicago Bears Stadium. I had put that out there to y'all, right? Then I turned around and thought about it that they didn't say we was giving news of the stadium. They just said we got exciting news for y'all, which It was, of course, it wasn't about the draft or anything like that. It's just they picked up players. That's all it was. So don't understand it why they put that out there. But I turned around and I thought because of them saying that we have excite news, I thought that they were saying that they was going to talk about the stadium, and I put that out there. I misconstrued the wording. Y'all hold on a minute. So yeah, that's how watch they announce it before the draft. No, I believe they're gonna announce it after the draft though. I think they're gonna announce it after the draft. Uh, but also, all right. So on Wednesday, April 15th, we got Orlando versus 76ers, which is the what 7 and 8, and then and that is at 6:30, and then we're gonna have the Golden State Warriors versus LA Clippers, and that's at 9 o'clock. This is Central Time. Of course, this is the for Orlando, Philly. You have 7 and 8. Well, the fight for 7 seed, and then for the Golden State and the LA Clippers, that's the fight to get into the playoffs. That's 9 and 10. So whoever win that game will play the loser of the Phoenix Portland game, which is on Tuesday, April 14th. And then, as y'all see on Friday, April 17th, these are to be determined. So that is the losers. The loser of the Miami Heat Charlotte game will end up playing the winner. No, no, I'm sorry. The winner of the Charlotte and Miami game will end up playing the losers of the Philly Orlando game. And then, like I just said, the winners of the LA Golden State game will play the losers of the Phoenix Portland game. That will be there on April 17th, which is that Friday. Then after that, it's busting. It's going on. It's time for the playoffs Saturday, April 18th, man. Yo, what's going on, Sid? How you feeling? How you feeling? You say go to the Senate. I feel you, man. Hey, let's go, Sid. You been part of the family for 3 months. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, nephew. But yeah, Saturday, April 18th, man. April 18th is exciting, man. It's exciting. We got Toronto at Cleveland. I hope this goes all the way up so y'all can see. We got Toronto at Cleveland. That's at 12 o'clock Saturday, April 18th. Then we got Minnesota and Denver. And it looks like it's all prime for this one except for the last game of the night. But then we got Minnesota versus Denver at 2:30. We got Atlanta, New York at 5. And then over on ABC, it's gonna be Houston versus Los Angeles. We against the Hawks. We want that smoke. Are you going for New York? I ain't gonna lie, I think this New York's chance to really advance right here in this game. Uh, but then where they gonna go from there though? Cause then if they play Cleveland, it don't look good. Sunday, April 19th, we got Boston. Of course, against number 7 seed, whoever get the 7. OKC versus whoever get the 8. So the Boston game will be at 12 o'clock. The OKC game will be at 2:30. Then you'll have Detroit, whoever gets the number 8 seed. That's at 5:30. That's on NBC. The first two games will be on ABC, and then we got San Antonio, and they will be getting whoever get the 8 seed. And that's on NBC as well. So NBC or Peacock, and this will be at 8 o'clock p.m. So okay, Sid. Okay, you took a little trip out to Pops. That's good though. Glad to have you back, man. Glad to have you back. So, man, what y'all got? What y'all got going on, man? How y'all feel about this playoffs? Like I said, man, I really want to see. Miami to beat Charlotte as they should. Then they'll be playing for that number 8, and they'll be end up playing. I believe they'll play Orlando. I think Orlando will lose to Philly, and they'll end up playing Orlando. Orlando will end up beating Miami, and that'll give Orlando the number 8 seed. They'll end up playing Detroit. Two fast teams, but Detroit is way more dominant. I see that actually happening. It's a good. It'll be a good matchup. They're young, like I said, unexperienced from the playoffs. So hey, there you go right there. But Detroit should end up sweeping. Detroit should. It'll be exciting, but it's gonna be sweep. And then we'll end up having what, Boston versus Philly. Yeah, Boston should be able to handle them, but I don't know. I think Embiid, if they can beat Orlando and become number 7, Embiid to be totally back, and that game right there, I ain't gonna lie, that game would be real sick, yo. We got Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, I like that. I like that versus Tatum, because he'll be fully back in Brown, which Tatum playing like he didn't lose a step. Man, I do hope Miami beat the Hornets. Last time I checked, the Hornets were locked in. Nah, yeah, they ain't locked in just yet. They what it was, they was locked into that playoff berth. They had locked that in. This just beat they just beat the Knicks yesterday. To be fair, all of the starters. Right, I was gonna say wasn't no starters in there though. Wasn't no starters, so you can't even. A win is a win, but that ain't the type of win that I think they wanted. They needed that win anyway though. Now you got to think they needed that win so that way they can be hosting this game against Miami. If not, they would have just flipped. They would have just flipped. A lot of things would have had to happen. Like Miami, they win, and then Orlando lose, and Toronto lose, and all this other stuff. Like it would have been a whole lot of other things to put Miami up higher. But I don't see Miami losing to Charlotte. Charlotte got some young guns though. Charlotte got some young guys. They gonna get out there. They gonna run that court. They gonna play. They gonna run amok. They gonna shoot a lot in the first half. That second half, they don't have any defense at all. It's like, where in the world did they go? Like, they go into the locker room and become ghosts. They become shell of themselves. They don't play any defense at it. First of all, they don't play defense. But it seemed like everything else became cold. They can't find the bucket. Like, do they even come out and have warm ups during halftime or something? Like, how y'all sitting here missing all these shots over on this rim? But in the first half, y'all was doing everything. Everybody got two threes, grabbing boards, offensive boards, which is what I'm talking about, getting putbacks. Like, what in the world? What happened to that team from the first half that came? Now the second half is looking like they don't know what to do. Y'all was rooting for Rukon. How I feel about the CBB National? Hey, yeah, Michigan, they came out, did what they had to do, so can't be mad at that. Definitely can't be mad at that. GG, appreciate all those likes. Holding on to that baby over there looking all cute and things. But over into some other news as well, if I can get it up there. They talking about Luka Doncic and all this. Hey, they definitely played good. 20 points off free throws. As well, though, UConn definitely needed to stop fouling. Yeah, that was the biggest problem right there. Is like they didn't know how to handle them guys. But and Stephen A's talking about the Lakers pretty beating the Rockets is an impossible mission almost. The Spurs aren't afraid of anybody this postseason. They showed that. Ain't gonna lie, they showed that. Trying to get to this farewell that they had. So if y'all don't know, um, wait a minute, Drake seats froze. Raptors lean into Iceman buzz with icy setup. But nah, y'all don't even want to see that right there. But yeah, Rivers stepped down, y'all. This man Rivers, Doc Rivers, he left the Milwaukee Bucks. He decided to step down before he got fired. He's been with them for 3 years. This is now their third coach as well. So they talking about the carousel. Let's jump right into it. Actually, I'll bring it up so that way y'all can possibly read along. I don't know how that's gonna work. Hopefully this works for y'all. Hopefully. Let's see what it brings up. Oh, nope, gotta go back. All right, so let's get that going up. Let me bring that up for y'all. They talking about the NBA coaching carousel, of course. Trying to make it so y'all can see the whole thing. Man, I ain't never heard them call that man that. That's just disrespectful. 30. Never heard them call him that. Where you hear that from? All right, so here we go right here. So as I'm reading along with y'all, it has been relatively quiet on the NBA's coaching carousel with the Orlando Pelicans really green in November and the Milwaukee Bucks Doc Rivers on Sunday, the only franchises so far to make a change. But with several more coaching jobs expected to open up, let's examine the positions currently available, the pros and cons of each situation, and who could step in this off season. So of course you got the Milwaukee Bucks because we just talked about Doc Rivers. Go look at Austin Rivers' page. Oh well, hey, that's his son. You know they could be trolling his son, bro. So while the job is open, as this season went off the rails with Giannis being shut down because of injuries and the team careening for the lottery for the first time in a decade, it currently became clear that Rivers, who just was elected to the Hall of Fame last month, was headed for the exit. It remains to be seen who else from the organization will join him, but this franchise could look much different when training camp begins in September for the 2026-2027 season. Positive positives of the job in the event Antetokounmpo is still on the Buccaneers roster next year or next season, it won't hurt having one of the best players on the planet to build around. And if he's not on the roster. That means he has been moved in a trade that completely reshaped both Milwaukee's roster and asset sheet, giving a new coach some intriguing options. Some lottery luck next month could certainly help as well. But the negatives of the job, the Bucks roadmap is full of challenges. With the $20 million from waiving and stretching Damian Lillard's contract on the books for the next 4 seasons. Oh my God, that's crazy. Plus a lack of draft capital because of the trade to acquire him, adding impact players to the roster will be difficult. If Antetokounmpo isn't traded, it's unlikely the Bucks fare any better next season amid the continuing saga. Who's saying the Buccaneers? Oh, that's what you call them. I said Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know about the Buccaneers. That's I ain't gonna lie. That's wild for them. And then we have the New Orleans Pelicans. This season they was 26-56. Willie Green was the coach, but he was fired November 15th with James Barago, Bedigo, however, named the interim coach. So while the job is open, it was one of the league's worst kept secrets that New Orleans will be looking to replace Green. This guy's James extended job interview showed he has the ability to still be an NBA head coach, coaxing, whatever. Wins out of this roster as the season progressed, and especially once some of the Pelicans' injured veterans returned. But there is significant work to do in New Orleans. I ain't gonna lie, a healthy New Orleans would have been scary this year. Positives of the job. There's talent here. Zion Williamson is coming off perhaps his best and certainly most available season, which is good, and that I believe that's a plus side for them. Trey Murphy the third and Herb Jones are quality two way wings, and Trey Murphy coming off his injury. He played most of the season, not him. Herb Jones, he didn't play most of the season, and then as well as you got Murray, he coming back possibly. So, but negatives of the job. There are questions about the lack of overall funding into the franchise by ownership, with discussions ongoing over much needed investment in the team's arena. I ain't know about that right there. So the arena out there in New Orleans suck, bro. What's going on? The arena suck. Anybody been out there to see a team play New Orleans? I want to know what's going on with the arena. The decision to trade a 2026 lottery pick plus a first round pick last season for Derek Queen looked worse as he fell out of the starting lineup down the stretch. Yeah, that hurt. There's still a ton of money tied up for next season in Jordan Poole for the next 2 seasons in DeJounte Murray, both of whom are questionable fits. Getting this team back into a playoff spot in the West won't be easy. I ain't gonna lie. DeJounte Murray, I think he belongs there. He a healthy DeJounte Murray, he belong there. No lie. That's a team that could work out right there. That is DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy the third, Zion Williamson. Oh man, that's definitely a team that could work out, man. They tripping. They definitely tripping on that. But like they said, there's also gonna be some other head coaching jobs coming up. I believe Billy Donovan, he's gone as well. Y'all hear the little co-host in the back. She's just as happy as she wanna be. She's just happy just to play around. That's all that she wanna do is play around. And also, so now you got teams like Milwaukee where it sounds like they pretty much tank to get the lottery pick or more balls in a lottery pick. So if that's the case, how is Adam Silver gonna handle this? Because they just talked about tanking in the season to get a higher chance in that lottery pick. So I wonder how they gonna handle this because it seemed like that's pretty much what Milwaukee did. Once Giannis went down, they just gave up. Of course, they don't have Brooke Lopez no more. By reporters, he played his hardest, but he can only give you his average. Who else they got over there? Kuzma, he is what he is. I never liked Kuzma. I don't know why Lakers ended up having him or any of that. So I mean, that's pretty much it that you got over there. Like nobody else is really worth mentioning name. So, but with that team though, that team they could have played harder. They could have got a little bit further, but I believe they tried to tank. And this New Orleans Pelicans, they just can't get right. But as we see, they talking about the whole fact that they stadium is the arena is just it's nasty. It's down. It's a downfall over there. I want to say I want to go to it, but I don't know. I don't want to go to the arena and it's all bummy. Like it ain't no investment into it. So that what possible leaks. It ain't strong enough. You can feel the wind blow or something. Yeah, that's what I think that possibly is right there. So, but what y'all got into? We got possibly 3 more minutes going on into this. So let's rock, y'all. What y'all got? Anybody got any questions, suggestions, anything that they want to see? Anything I could bring up real quick? The floor is y'all. Come up on the panel, be on the panel. I'm gonna find out why this did not I'm gonna find out why this did not do the background change. It's supposed to be changing throughout. As I'm talking about certain things, everything says on, but we gonna make sure that next time it's up and rocking the right way. It sounds like my co-host got a lot to talk about over there. She giving y'all her input, so y'all better be listening to her, cause she giving y'all input. She letting y'all know what it is. But other than that, y'all, we here, we rocking. Let's see what we got going on. If I could get something in the background. Like I said, man, y'all come up talk about anything that y'all want to talk about. We can talk about the Chicago Bears and how they tricked us. Talked about how they gonna do uh some news for us, some exciting news for us, and didn't even do anything, man. What's them eyeballs for, GG? I just want to give a little bit of music in the background real quick. That's all. Hold on. Let's make sure that we do it like this. I gotta make sure that I'm over the music. So let's cancel it out a little bit every time I talk. Hopefully it went down like it's supposed to. If you over on the Red Tube app, man, it's probably gonna cut us out because of this. But it's at that 45 minutes for both of them anyway. So over on the tube, on that red tube, we gonna show enough go ahead and end y'all right here. We appreciate each and every last one of y'all dropping by. And we out of there for y'all. If you on a talk, man, I'm still here.